Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Anime Ramble. Today I got for you Kaiju number 8, chapter 41. What is going on? Well, this seems to be a repeating pattern for Kaiju number 8. You have these hype chapters, like 2 or 3 weeks of non-stop action, and then you have that one chapter where it's just piecing it all together right before that 2-week break, the one that we're on now. And then you just know 2 weeks from now when the next chapter comes out, it's just gonna slap on an entirely different level. But as of right now, this is the first mission of the first division with Kafka and Kikoru both on it at the same time. The last mission, it was just Kikoru. This time is with the introduction of Kafka. Still no information on the whereabouts of Captain Mina or Vice Captain Hoshina. We still don't know where the other Defense Force Base 3 members went after the raid on Tachikawa base, other than Ichikawa himself and, those who are going to the training program of the other first years. So no words on any of that, but with this chapter, we do get Kikoru and Kafka, and the setup for next week or 2 weeks from now is going to be insane. Because Captain Narumi isn't slick. He set them up. I know he set them up, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. But what's going on with right now? It's another attack that seems to have came out of nowhere in Tokyo's Shinagawa Ward. Alright, and my first thoughts when I saw this is that this is probably something to do with Kaiju number 9. He hasn't popped up yet. He hasn't made his move just yet, but we know how he likes to fight, and this fits his MO almost perfectly. He causes a Kaiju attack, and then he slips in and does whatever it is that he needs to do, and then immediately tries to slip out and escape. Last time it was the Kaiju with the reproductive organs, and the time before that it was the entrance exam where he revived the dead Kaiju and had them fight Shinomiya. This attack, if I'm correct, this attack managed to create this massive crater in the middle of the city, and from it emerged these locust-like Kaiju with leopard spots on them. They clearly look genetically enhanced, which was what led me to thinking that, okay, this has to be something to do with Kaiju number 9. The first division gets called in. You got Narumi and everybody. They're geared up. They're ready to go. And Narumi again showing just two complete different personalities. He really is someone who lives for the fight, because at the beginning of the chapter, the man is begging Kikoru for some money. He just can't seem to find out. He can't grasp where all of his money just went, considering he just got paid. And you just see in the background all these Yamazon boxes. It just, on one end, if it doesn't involve a Kaiju, he's irresponsible. But if it does involve a Kaiju, he is by far 200 IQ right there ready to go. First in the door. He doesn't even give his he's very protective. I think I've picked that up. He's always first in, always, no matter what. I mean, you have some people peppering and doing distractions on the outskirts, but really it's him in the forefront. We saw that back in Tokyo Bay with Kikoru in chapter 40 or 39, something like that. But you get these cool shots of the civilians and they're fleeing, and I think what interests me the most about this is that you see the structure that cities have in place in case of a Kaiju attack. They all have GPSs on their phone. There's multiple bases, multiple bunkers. They seem to be just universal bunkers. Like, it would be really hard to make hundreds if not thousands of bunkers very specific for individual Kaiju, so these things have to be like fortified. If not, they're screwed. Just continuing, Narumi saves some kids who managed to be trapped, and it's fucked up. He asks the kids to pay him. And he was like, maybe that's a little bit too much. He didn't say that, but I'm like, truly a savage at heart, a savage who knows how to get the job done. And at the end of the chapter, Kikoru and Kafka probably get the most important job outside of the obvious, keeping the civilians safe. But they also get the most stressful, because the captain is setting these two up in this chapter, and it's just plain as day. On page 21, Narumi disposes of one of the Kaiju, and then he gives his orders to Kinashi and Miyaka. He tells them that their first mission is to keep the civilians safe, and the second mission is for them, depending on the situation, is either to dispose of the Kaiju or lure them to the neutralization spot. Kikoru and Kafka's mission is to eliminate the Kaiju that are in the neutralization spot, and they were specifically told not to hold back because it's clear of all civilians. I don't know about that, but we're gonna see. But you just know they're coming because both the platoon leaders responded and said that they have confirmed Kaijus contained, just waiting to let them loose within the neutralization location, having the captain lead us off with some powerful words towards the duo saying, "I expect results." So I'm really curious as to how much power Kafka is going to let loose. How much of a showcase is he really going to have? This dives heavily into his psychological state of mind, because he hasn't transformed since he lost control. It will be weighing on his mind. It should be weighing on his mind, at least. I don't see him just transforming and thinking he's going to inherently have control over Kaiju number 8. Because what if Kaiju number 9 shows up and number 8 thinks that Kafka isn't going to handle it? Up until the point of him fighting the Director General, even against humanoid Daikaijus, number 8 has never took over or even hinted at taking over, at least nothing that I was able to catch, and he trusted Kafka to handle number 9 twice, and he trusted Kafka to handle number 10, which, he did. And then we get to number 2. Number 8 trusted Kafka up into a certain point, and it was enough of a certain point for him to be like, you're not handling this. So there might be some doubt on number 8's part. There might be some internal struggles that we see with Kafka. This might be a lot of kaiju that he's gonna have to take over. We're gonna see how he handles this in the upcoming chapter. I am curious. The next video I will have is an alpha kaiju theory surrounding kaiju number 9 and where kaijus come from, just period, because I feel like we have enough information, we have enough, you know, bits and chunks of information to come up with a solid theory. So I got that coming for y'all. It'll be my first theory video for this series, and I'm very excited for it. But that is all I have for y'all today. I'm not gonna ramble on any longer than what I need to. Like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video. Comment on the video your thoughts about what you think is going on and how number 9 is going to make his move on the Defense Force base in the future. Subscribe if you are brand new, and like always, until next time, I'm out.